Oh yeah, it's that time. It is Sunday night, and you're looking at the only JTC inside of the Ultra Box. And if you don't know what the Ultra Box is, well, I got a little video on this channel called the U1 Box. Make sure you go and click on that video or add it to your playlist. So after this video, you have something to watch to see what it is exactly Ultra is giving away on this channel. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Good to see everybody in there. And this, of course, again, is one of the first books added to the Ultra Box, but there's plenty more to go in there. And again, don't forget to also check out some of our other great videos found on this channel, like the Raw Report, Hip Hop Variant Platinum List. And you can find all those wonderful things right here. And again, you guys have pushed me over 600 subscribers this past week. We're at 662, so we are trucking on. Follow me on IG, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on all those places, and don't forget to subscribe, because this way you get the next episode of the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, approximately 10:15 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. And welcome to the Secret Variant, everybody. Pardon my absence from my desk for a moment. I had to open the office door and let the animal that refuses to leave me alone in. And remind you all that I hang out with Mighty Mel V on Friday nights at 12:30 a.m., which is technically Saturday morning. But if you're still out on Friday night, it's still your Friday night. So that's what Mel always tells me. So we're going to roll with that one. And then 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, of course, if you're on the other coast, which is where I drop that wonderful variant edition of the Speculation Matrix. And don't forget to tune in. And we did an impromptu Saturday show out there. It was a little bit out of the ordinary, but it was just something that we did. And I also want to give a shout out to Wanted Comics for their previous exclusives and some goods they got coming on the way. But everybody, this is the Secret Variant, and we are here to take a look at everything going on. I am, of course, your wonderful host, Ultra Maximus. Thank you again for joining me in the live chat. Everybody, thank you again for joining. It looks like a packed house this evening. So, welcome everybody. FOC is upon us. I got as many pictures as I could, updated everything as I possibly could before going live here, so you know it's fresh. So let's get this thing rocking and rolling and check out what books we got coming out this week. So, let's see. First up, of course, there's going to be spoilers if you haven't paid attention, but you know, that's kind of how we roll here. All right, so the first book that we get to take a look at, first offerings, are from Aftershock, which is going to give us Baby Teeth number 19. And then we've got Clans of Bellari number 1. And that means there's a 1 in 15 for this one, and I did not actually put that on here, so shame on me. But the Clans of Bellari number 1 is going to have a 1 in 15 incentive variant, so be on the lookout for that one. And then Out of Body number 2, which will be one of the books I'll be picking up. Archie Comics. We got Archie Jumbo Comics Digest number 321. Artists, Writers, and Artisans. Shout out to Frank Cho. Frank Cho and Sabine Rich are giving us 10 women, 4 challenges, 1 crown. The winner rules the empire. And this is Fight Girl. So it's a 5-issue miniseries. So finite stories from Frank Cho. Yeah, Kitty, I got no time for you. You gotta go. You gotta go. Doors open. She's got food. I don't know why she's annoying me, but you know, it happens. Every time I go live, she likes to interfere. But Mike Deodato Jr. is providing us the B cover on that Fight Girls story. So for you Deodato fans, check that out. And he also may have NFTs up of that. So if you are an NFT buyer, Mike Deodato is currently one of the few people putting out some NFTs. But Space Bastard's giving us issue number 7. And man, look at that. It's the giant-sized Manny issue. So Space Bastards actually gave me a follow on IG the other day. It was pretty cool. All right, so Mad Cave dropping us Beckstar number 1, 2nd print. Nottingham number 1, 5th print. Nottingham number 2, 4th print. Nottingham number 3, 3rd print. Nottingham number 4, 2nd print. Lots of late prints coming from that. Nottingham is proving to be a phenomenal story for a lot of people. So if you're picking that one up, more power to you. If you're reading it, even more power to you. Oni Press giving us Jana and the Impossible Monsters #1. This is the drawing board edition. I don't know exactly what that means as far as size, but back to the drawing board. Not really a good name, if you ask me. But Orcs in Space 2. And this is, it's a 2-in-1, I'm sorry. Orcs in Space 2-in-1, cover A. And then here is your cover B. Alright, Scout. Now, because of how we do FOC here at the Secret variant, because, of course, I'm going live now at 11:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it's after 8 p.m., most of the FOC from Lunar Distribution has closed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the stuff that's available for FOC next Sunday that you should probably be talking to your store about ordering to make sure you get your names down for them. So Cherry Blackbird #1 is, of course, on FOC next week through Lunar, but of course, if your store orders through Diamond, they have to get the orders in by tomorrow. So this may help some of you, it may not help all of you, but I'm doing the best I possibly can, unless I switch up the date for the presser. So if you think there's a better, what day of the week would you prefer me to do the FOC? Is there a different day of the week that you would prefer me to do FOC? Leave me a comment below, let me know. And for you guys in the live chat, after the video's over, leave me a comment and let me know below. Helps me, of course, break the YouTube algorithms. And so Cherry Blackbird, Midnight Western Theater #3 of 5. And then We Don't Kill Spiders #1. That looks pretty cool. But here's all the stuff that was on Final Order Cutoff for today. Black Cotton #4 of a 6-issue miniseries. And yeah, mature readers. I was like, does that say second print? Don't even tell me it says that. Gods of Brutality #1. And then here's your 10-copy incentive to go along with that Gods of Brutality. Locust #1 second printing. And then we have Locust #2 coming the same day. The Lunar Ladies #1, and then the Lunar Ladies #1 10-copy incentive. The Murder Hobo Chaotic Neutral #1 of 4 continues on the Murder Hobo stories. So it's not a first appearance of the Murder Hobo, however, but there may be some things and offerings for you guys in here. And I gotta say, this past week for FOC for Scouts, one of their biggest that I've seen in a while. No Ghosts in Hiroshima #1, and then of course there is a 10-copy incentive to go along with that one as well. And then of course Stake #5. A good old vampire hunting story. And then your 10-copy incentive with your Emma Frost gone gray turned to vampire. Tart Toxic Origins. Okay, so that's going to round it out for them. And then, of course, because Scoot is the Scout imprint, and they do, of course, distribute through Lunar Distribution, Stanley the Snowman #1. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the next unicorn or anything like that, but this is definitely one of those on the Scoot imprints that are going to be probably on the short-ordered side. So if you are into the all-ages Scoot imprint books, I highly suggest you get your FOC in as fast as possible. All right, Titan Comics is going to be dropping Blade Runner Origins 1 through 4, Robert Hack Virgin Pack. So it's a 4-issue Virgin Pack. Life is Strange Coming Home #1. And then here's your cover B. Here's your cover C. Here's your cover D. And this is the same Lusky who did a couple of those Marvel Action Captain Marvel variants with what's her name? Spider-Gwen. It's Ghost Spider. All right, so Life is Strange number E is the cover Fish. And then there is your Monday Rivers of London cover A by Fish. And then here is your cover B by Baroy. And then your cover C by Glass. your Rivers of London Bodywork Deluxe Writer's Edition hardcover. And that's going to be a midnight release. That's going to round it out for them. Tokyo Pop dropping Nightmare Before Christmas Mirror Moon. So this is kind of cool for all you Nightmare Before Christmas fans. I know my wife loves the Nightmare Before Christmas movies, and she can't wait till my son's old enough to know about that. And, you know, Corpse Bride and stuff like that. Anyway, Hollow Heart number 5, cover A by Tucker. And your cover B by Hickman did not have its cover art released at the time of this broadcast. Xenoscope. Xenoscope having a huge week here. So, the Bell Dragon Clan one shot. And there's your cover A. Here's your cover B. Here is your cover C. Here is your... Okay, so that was your cover C. And then here is Grim Fairy Tales Presents Swimsuit Edition 2021 one-shot. Got a lot of covers for this one. You got a cover A by Dooney. Got your cover B by Riviero. Got your cover C by DePascal? I don't want to butcher somebody's name. You know what I mean? Cover D by Reyes. And then Grim Universe Quarterly Zodiac versus Death Force cover A. And then there's your cover B. And then your Zodiac versus Death Force cover C by Santa Cruz. Robin Hood 2021 Annual. The Swarm cover A. Robin Hood 2021 Annual Swarm cover B. Swarm Annual cover C. Annual Swarm cover D. And Robin Hood Goldilocks one shot cover A. And then Robin Hood Goldilocks one shot cover B. Robin Hood Goldilocks one shot cover C. Van Helsing versus the Invisible Woman one shot cover A. Your Invisible Woman versus Van Helsing cover shot or one shot cover B. And then your cover C, which was of course a very cool picture that I reused for my thumbnail this evening. Shout out to Sparks Comics, who, as I had copied this over to the thumbnail, started mentioning it on his FOC show. And I'm over here like working, and I got him playing in the background. He starts talking about Van Helsing versus the Invisible Woman. I'm like, oh, I just saw this. He's going to talk about this one, and then sure enough, he talks about it. And look, say what you want about Xenoscope covers. Some of them look artistically phenomenal, and some people buy them purely off the cover buy and for no other reason whatsoever. But then there's other people who actually buy Xenoscopes to read them. And shout out to you guys for being the hero that we don't deserve, but the hero we need, obviously, because if it weren't for you, Xenoscope would not be selling enough books to offer these wonderful variant covers, right? Right. All right. Boom Studios is up. And then we got Basilisk, number 2. There's your cover B. But then there's your 25 copy incentive by Raphael Albuquerque, which is amazing looking. And your 25 copy by in Simmons, which is not so shabby either, right? Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 27, cover A by Franny. And Franny's killing it here too. The cover B, not too shabby either. The cover C is going to be your 10 copy incentive, which is going to be a virginized version of the Franny cover A. And then we've got the 25 copy incentive by Beck. And then we've got the 50 copy incentive by Beck, which is virginized. And then cover F is an unlockable variant. And that is going to be basically the same cover art, but probably virginized of the previous B cover. All right, guys, give me a second here. I got to eject some animals from the office. Animals make it hard out here for a pimp, I tell you. Yo, what's cracking, Dre at Barnhouse Comics? Chilling, man. So, all right, up next we got Magic the Gathering, right? So here is your number 3 second print. All these Magic the Gatherings have gone multiple printings. It's not even the kitty this time. It's the damn dog chasing the cat, man. It's crazy. But anyway, Magic the Gathering going multiple prints on all these issues, and I hear a lot of people again saying that it's an easy jump on point for people who aren't into Magic the Gathering. So if that's the case, maybe I'll put it in the read pile at around issue 4 or 5 or whenever the first story arc is expected to end, and I'll pick it up in the last issue of the story arc, giving me an opportunity to go back and read it and give it a fair shake read, just to see how it is. So if any of you guys, of course, are watching this on the Rewind, you are reading Magic the Gathering and you can recommend it, tell me what you like about it. And if you, of course, do play Magic the Gathering, the game itself, and if not playing the game would be beneficial to adapting the story. But now we've got Magic the Gathering also with number 4 dropping, and they're going to give us a bunch of covers. So, of course, we got cover B, which is your Hidden Planeswalker variant. Got your cover C sketch variant. You've got your 10 copy incentive, and then you've got your 25 copy incentive. You got your 50 copy incentive, and then you got your Jenny Frisian. So Boom again has done this, where they have put yet another Jenny Frisian incentive on a high ratio for a book, trying to get stores to bump their orders, and I think it's going to work. So with this, however, being a 100 copy incentive on the 4th issue of Magic the Gathering, even though it is going multiple printings, if you want that 1 in 100, I suggest you get down for it like as soon as possible. And the same with this unlockable variant, because this is probably going to be the one per store. And talk to your LCS about how it unlocks and how you can attain it and get your name down for it. So this way you're not missing out on any of these books. Mamo number 1 of 5 is your cover A, and then your cover B is a 10 copy incentive, and then your 25 copy incentive is your cover C, and then there's your unlockable. All right, so WWE New Day of Power of Positivity. The New Day Power of Positivity. Here's your cover A. Now, all right, cover A is cool. Yo, cover B by Raza though. But wait, because you see all that big trade dress on there, right? Well, cover C heard you and said, oh, but it's going to take you 10 copies of cover A and B in order to get you one of these. And then they dropped this 25 copy incentive. So for all you WWE fans, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a book some of you guys are going to go after tomorrow, in a couple of weeks. Most of these books drop around 7/7. Some of them drop a little bit later, depending on the publisher, of course. Wind number 8, another Tiny Onion book, and here's your cover B by Rian Gonzalez. And remember that name, because you're going to hear it again in this episode. Wind number 8, cover C, the 25 copy incentive by Pendergrast, and then you got an unlockable, which is a virginized version of the cover A. So, all right, so we have now ventured on from here, and stupid animal still in my room. The other animals in my room now. The Dark Horse list also pretty healthy this week. We got Beast of Burden, Occupied Territory number 4. There is a cover B to go along with that. We got Hellboy and the BPRD Secret of the Chesbro House, cover A, and your cover B. And then Jenny Zero. Now, anybody actually reading this? Or did everybody just spec on that first issue for a printer error? I'm saying that's most likely what happened, right? This is amazing, and there will be a reveal from Wanda Comics on Flipside on Monday night. And I know what you guys are thinking, despite a couple of bad eggs over there. I still think you guys should support some of their content, and even though I personally cannot interact with you guys in the chat any longer, there's going to be something good coming through the pipeline as far as from what I'm hearing. So take a look, keep an eye out for that one. Masters of the Universe coming back to comic books again, and this time not under DC. It's under Dark Horse now. I think they're going to have a little bit more creative freedom. It's going to be exciting to see. And then check out the Mignola. All right, so it's Mignola. All right, he drew it back in 2020. I love Mignola sometimes, and other times I'm like, dude, you phoned that in, man. Like, you really did. But you're Mike Mignola, and you can do that because you created Hellboy. The Worst Dudes #2 of a 5-issue miniseries. All right, so Dynamite Entertainment dropping a big list for us here. And then, of course, cover A by Marat Michaels. Not too bad, right? It's kind of funny. Linsner. And then Mooney giving us the cover C. And then we've got the cover D, Cosplay. And now we have the Curse of the Banshee #2, cover E, Betty Page pin. Here is the cover M, the Linsner Limited Virgin cover. The cover N, which is the Michaels Limited Virgin variant. The cover O, which is the Mooney Limited Virgin variant. The P, which is the Black Bag Photo variant. The Q, which is your Premium Lee variant. And then your cover R, which is your 7-copy incentive cosplay. Your cover F, which is your 10-copy incentive by Mooney. Your cover S, which is your 11-copy incentive. Your cover G, which is your 15-copy incentive. Your cover T, which is your 15-copy incentive by Lee, which is black and white. And then your 20-copy incentive by Linsner, which is his line art. And then your 21-copy incentive by Lee. I think this one's going to be a little bit more of the popular ones as far as if I'm going to buy that book, that's probably the one I would buy. But all the rest of these Betty Pages, of course, here's your 25-copy, your 30-copy, your 40-copy incentive, and cover L 50 copies. So look, is this series really worth 26 covers? Probably not. And this is the reason why you got to pick the best one of all these, or you just chase the artist that you want. So Dynamite, knowing that you guys like it when they drop a Deja Thoris #11 Perillo Limited Virgin cover for $50 with no other issues to go along with that one. So that's the relief week. It's a $50 book week for you. Kiss Army of Darkness #1 of 5, and that is the signed edition. Red Sonja, Black and White and Red #1. There's your cover A by Perillo, which is fantastic. Empire Comics in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. The Red Sonja, Black and White and Red #1, cover B by Lupacino, which is always one of my favorites to see. And then check this out by Philip Tan. Look, Philip Tan is definitely, in my opinion, I think he's one of the most slept-on line artists of today, and he's been around for a while. The Red Sonja Black, White, and Red cover D cosplay, and then we've got a whole bunch of other covers to go along with this one. We've got the Perillo Limited Virgin, you've got the Lupacino Limited Virgin, you've got the Tan Limited Virgin, you've got the signed version from Atlas Comics, the cover P FOC bonus, then you got the cover E 10 copy, you got the cover G 20 copy, the 25 copy by Philip Tan, the 30 copy cosplay, the 40 copy Lupacino, and then the 50 copy Perillo. All right, yeah, and then we're still not done with Dynamite. We got a couple more. Vampirillo #21 Premium Castro FOC variant, and then here's your RB White FOC variant, and woof, we made it through Dynamite. IDW Entertainment giving us Chained to the Grave #5 of the 5-issue miniseries. So if anybody else can recommend this one, who's been reading this one, they think I should throw it in the read pile when it does come out, let me know. Leave me a comment below. Chained to the Grave #5 of 5, the 10 copy incentive, and there is your incentive RI variant cover, basically. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero Yearbook #2. Now, interesting enough, no variants for that one, so it's just an A cover. Marvel Action Captain Marvel #5. A cover, not too shabby looking. There's your 10 copy incentive. Snake Eyes, Dead Game number 5 of 5, and I heard a rumor about Larry Hama doing something here. So Snake Eyes, Dead Game number 5 of 5. It's all Liefeld basically. The copy incentive Hama and Liefeld. Oh, there it is. The Larry Hama and Liefeld variant. So there it is. There's the collaboration, everybody. So for you Larry Hama fans, there is Larry Hama and Rob Liefeld collaborating, and a 25 copy black and white incentive on that as well. Star Wars Adventures 2020 number 6 cover A by Francavilla. And I know what you guys are thinking. There's your cover B. So cover C is going to be a 1 in 10. That's line art of cover A. No. But Francavilla did switch it up a bit and give us totally new line art, totally different art. So I think this is really, really cool that the retail incentive, even though it's black and white, it's getting a different artistic flavor. Here we have TMNT The Last Ronin, second printing. And see here, Hama has some work to do after his dissing of Iron Fist. Well, Iron Fist itself, my man, Nola Nerd, you know they just stripped Danny Rand of the Iron Fist powers, so it's a blank slate right now, and we don't know what's going to happen to Danny Rand, if he's going to work for Heroes for Hire or what. But Marvel's moving on from him, from what I hear, and they're also moving on from Darkhawk, Chris Powell. So R.I.P. Chris Powell, R.I.P. Darkhawk number 1s. But Transformers Escape. Now this is a series that's supposed to take place before the Cybertronian. Well, basically, this is the Cybertronian Exodus. People who wanted to leave. So it's weird. We'll see what happens. I'm not really into this Generation 2 IDW that they got going on here. I prefer their IDW G1 continuity, which was from 2005 to 2018. It's a finite series now. It could be revisited very easily and carefully and methodically, but they decided to move on and try to retcon so they could tell other stories. But this is an Insecticon heavy story, so for all you guys who are into the Insecticons, this is probably a book for you to read. And there's my man Die Atlas, and there is your 10 copy incentive by Dan Kana. All right, so Image is up next, and they, of course, after 14 years, came back with more Ant. And here's your second printing of Ant number 12, because apparently people didn't get enough. Commanders in Crisis number 10 of its 12-issue series, and there is your cover A. Here's your cover B. Here's your cover C. Here is your cover D. And then we move on to Deep Beyond. Deep Beyond in issue number 6. There's your cover A. Your cover B artwork for Andolfo was not released. Your cover C by La Fuente was available, as well as the covers D by Odom. Firepower by Kirkman and Samney, number 13. Geiger, number 3, second print. Of course, this is another one of those books by Jeff Johns that has got multiple printings for the first 2 issues as well. So Geiger number 4 is dropping here. By issue number 5, I really, really wonder if it's something I'm going to throw in a read pile and read myself, but we'll find out. I know there's a lot of people who are all about this, but this dude he's radioactive. Geiger number 4, cover B by Walker. And then here is your cover C by Martinborough. And then your cover D by Gary Frank. The Good Asian by cover A by Johnson. And then Home Fucking Run by Jen Bartel. That's just fucking amazing. I'm sorry, for cussing, but wow. Bartel knocking it out the park with The Good Asian number 3. Howard Chaykin, Hey Kids, Comics, Volume 2, Profits and Loss number 3. And then Inkblot number 10. Carmen number 5 of the 5-issue miniseries. So this is the final issue. Galeem Mark's arc and art are both phenomenal. So this is your 25 copy, and then there's your 50 copy. So, You know, it's pretty something amazing when you get to do your A cover, your B cover, and your C cover, and your B and C covers are 25 copy and 50 copy incentives. Just saying. Toot your own horn on that one there, Mr. Mark. Noctera. Number 2 is now at 4th print. Ton of these on the shelves at my LCS still, though, guys. If your store didn't order Noctera, they're probably not really paying attention to their pull list very well, or selling through pre-orders, which is something you should probably suggest your store do in order to stay on top of the game. And of course, if they watch shows like Drunken Chat or the Wednesday Night Presser, or I don't know, maybe some secret show that you guys are liking and sharing and dropping in people's IG inboxes and causing me to get almost 100 subscribers in a week here. By the way, did I mention I love you all for that? Because I really do. But Noctera getting all these extra prints just in time for issue number 5 to drop. And there is your cover A by Tony Daniel. Here is your cover B by Nord. Here is your cover C by Tony Daniel. And then your cover D by Francavilla. 10 copy incentive. 25 copy incentive. Ordinary Gods number 1. Post Americana, number 6 of 7. Skybound X, number 1. There's your cover A by Ryan Otley. So that's some wild stuff right there. You know, zombified and all that stuff. Skybound X, number 1. Cover B, which of course has your, your Ultra Mega Kaiju. Here's your cover C by Walden. I don't know. Okay. So real quick, now it's all flashing in my head, guys. This is the character from that Telltale game. So we've been told for so long that the character from the Telltale games that everybody was like all about it from The Walking Dead. Apparently, she's going to be making the jump from the Telltale games into the Walking Dead main continuity, and I believe it happens in the Skybound X. If I'm incorrect about that, either in the live chat it's going to let me know or leave me a comment below. But I think this might be your first appearance of your character in print from that series, offering a sketch blank, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, you got some incentives. So cover F is your 10 copy incentive. And then here, cover G, your 10 copy. And then your other 10 copy are probably going to be high chases. And then they got the 25 copy, Clementine. That's right. Thanks, Invite to Raid. See, I love you guys in the chat for keeping me on the tip top of my game too. So first appearance and cover, and these incentives are going to be 1 in 10s. Make sure you guys are getting your orders in, but make sure you keep it on the low so people who don't watch the secret variant don't get the same leg up as you do. So yeah, there's some interesting stuff. Stray Dogs, of course. Now these guys are absolutely killing it, and I still can't believe weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, I had somebody put an acetate cover back on the shelf. I was like, what? Hi, by the way to you too. So Stray Dogs number 2, you got your 3rd printing here, and that's fantastic. Stray Dogs number 3, 3rd printing, and I've never even seen the movie, but I know that it's like so like creepy. It's one of those things, Midsummer. It's like, supposedly this movie is really whacked, but some people really like that kind of stuff. And the swipe from this book is from Midsummer, and all these movie swipes are just nuts. See, Nolan there knows it. And then Stray Dogs number 4 got a 3rd printing. And then we've got Walking Dead Deluxe number 18, cover A by Finch, cover B by Moore, and cover C by Raposa. All right, so now here's where we get to do some fun. So as you guys know, the secret variant that you are watching goes live, between 10 and midnight on Sunday. So final orders were due for DC today. We're going to look at the stuff that's on final order cutoff for next week, as much information as I have available to me at the time of this broadcast. This is the part that makes it complicated doing content, trying to provide this content to you. Because DC does this stupid FOC hour, I have 2 weeks of DC FOC to cover. We're going to cover what's going on FOC next Sunday. and then we'll look back at what just expired. So you can at least try to sneak it in if your store ordered enough, and hopefully you can secure what you need. So American Vampire number 1976, number 10 of 10. So you got your final issue of the series. So that's good stuff there. But it also only says cover A was available. So I'm assuming there's a cover B, but there was nothing pictured. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, number 4 of 12. And then we've got Batman the Detective, number 4 of 6. Here's your cover A by Kubert. Here's your cover A by Kubert, which is your card stock. Challenge of the Super Sons, number 4, cover A by Simone DeMeo. And then your cover B by Nick Bradshaw. This one's kind of cool because it's got John Kent going up against Clayface, Tigra, Two-Face, Deathstroke, Mr. Freeze in the background there, Lobo, Harley, Joker, Poison Ivy, Black Mantis. It's like, what's going on, man? Oh yeah, there's Cyborg Superman in the background too. So it's a pretty loaded cover. DC Horror presents The Conjuring, The Lover, second print already. So this one's probably going to be one you want to get your name down for, because it's probably not going to be heavily ordered. And if I don't remind you next Sunday after it's already been ordered, it's probably going to be too late at that time. So Batman Detective Comics, 1039, here's your cover A. And then here's your Bermejo cardstock variant. Future State Gotham, number 3, cover A, Simone DeMeo. Rose Besh, everybody. Future State Gotham, number 3, cover B, Rose Besh card stock variant. I hope I said it slow enough for everybody to catch, write down whatever you needed to do, because that one, again, doesn't go on FOC until Sunday, so you can try to keep it on the low, but somebody might be getting that one, and it might be increasing the number available. But I have a feeling that the Rose Besh buyers are still out there, and they're hungry for another book from her, ever since, her first initials out the gate were just phenomenal. Infinite Frontier, number 2 of 6, cover A. And then here is your cover B by Brian Hitch. Your Infinite Frontier, number 2 of 6, Incentive, 1 in 25. So that's wild. And of course, that is your Thomas Wayne Batman. I don't think we've seen him recently, huh? Evil Dude, Batman's dad. In the world where Batman actually didn't die, or it's actually the world where Bruce died. Yeah, that's right. And his mom became the Joker, and his dad became the Bat. All right, so Glenn Mark once again dropping fire pencils. This is phenomenal. So this is your Joker 5A cover. And then Kari Andrews said, "Oh, what up? I get to do the Punchline cover? Fuego here too." So cover art alone, a lot of these books, they are doing what they need to do in order to get you guys to buy the covers. It's working on me too. This one's pretty cool here though. Sean Phillips's variant for Joker number 3, or I'm sorry, Joker number 5, cover C. The Commissioner and the Clown featuring Punchline, a woman in prison. Federici giving us a Lady Bane sketch variant. So the Lady Baners from issue 2, they're going to be after that one as well. Justice League Last Ride, number 3 of a 7-issue miniseries. And then here is your Riccardo Federici cardstock variant, but it's colored. Mad Magazine, of course, number 21, direct market only release. Midnight Western Theater. Oh, look, I put it here again because I thought it was a DC book, but nope, that's a scalp. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, number 2 of 8. And then here is your cover B by Lee Weeks. And the Superman and Lois Lane 25th Wedding Anniversary Deluxe Edition hardcover. I threw this one in there for unknown reasons because I normally don't ever put the trade paperbacks or hardcovers in there because you guys usually are on point if you need those. You already know about them. You know you have to order most of those because stores don't like to carry that big expense. Superman Red and Blue, number cover A by Amanda Connor. Art Adams doing the cover B, which is phenomenal lines there too. And then Miguel Mercado Look, some of these in the Superman Red and Blue have been just phenomenal variant covers. Now, this is interesting, because as you guys know, I love the character of John Kent, and this is causing John Kent books to spike. As people see John Kent is finally getting his own Superman series, you know, more so outside of the Future State, it's happening. All right, so they are really pushing. This was going to be your 5G. This was going to be where they were going to push, you know, Kal-El off planet, make him go off world, because the yellow sun is doing something to him, and this is the reason why he, you know, having a son with Lois allowed him to adapt to the planet. And this is the reason why his son is very powerful. It'd be very similar to some of the, I don't know, some of the ancient texts of ancient Sumeria. You know, father of Noah, all that kind of wild stuff. Crazy things to think about. But, yeah, I think it would be a red sun that would give us powers, not a yellow. I think the yellow sun depowers us. So, yeah, this is on the FOC for next week, Astro Wizard, because we have to stay one step ahead. So, Superman, Son of Kal-El, this cover A, not only, you know, a throwback, you know, homage to old Superman stuff, this is tight. However, this would have made a better Super Sons cover than it would have a Superman, Son of Kal-El. I understand everybody's like, oh, you know, it's still, you know, but he's young here. He's Superboy still. He's one of the Super Sons. And then here's your cover C, which I guess is kind of cool. Oh, Jen Bartel. Look at this, everybody. Jen Bartel giving us a John Kent grown-up Superman cover shot. This thing is amazing. So Dave collects, yeah, man, I appreciate you checking, and hopefully you can check it on the rewind, my friend. Wonder Woman, of course, 775 cover A, but they didn't show what the cardstock variant was, so we don't know who's up on that one. Now, this is the DC list of stuff that just expired. So this is stuff you're gonna have to sneak into your LCS tomorrow and be like, hey, I forgot to ask you about this yesterday. Can you put me down for it? I hope you're good. But if you're going to want to avoid that, make sure you watch the Secret Variant on Ultra Maximus channel. Make sure you watch it weekly to stay up on your DC FOC. So Batman number 110 is getting a cover B Jock cardstock variant. This one's probably going to be a favorite. And of course, because they're putting a Jock cover in there, they're going to get a whole bunch of people to order. Why not throw in a cardstock 1 in 25 Federici? And this, of course, is your Magistrate guy. Now, Batman Secret Files of the Signal. We got 3 covers for this one. Here's your cover A. Here's your cover B. And then, no, your eyes do not deceive you. Your cover C is very, very mildly a trade dress change. And this is how you get your 1 in 25 incentive. Batman The Adventures Continue Season 2, number 2 of 7. There's your cover A by Chris Anka. And the Season 2 cover B, Max Dunbar, cardstock variant. Batman Urban Legends number 5, cover A by David Finch, and phenomenal one there, Finch. See Batman Urban Legends cover B by Tyler Kirkham. Oh, gee, that's also fantastic. Oh, and let's put the hurtin' on you guys by giving you Batman Urban Legends number 5, cover C by Mimi Yoon variant, which of course has the Stephanie Brown Batman, and I believe that's Cassandra Cain. Crime Syndicate number 5 of 6, and here is your cover A by Howard Porter. Crime Syndicate number 5, your Francisco Manapul cardstock variant. Crushin' Lobo number 2 by Amanda Connor, and what the hell is going on with this cover? There is what appears to be a space crab outside, and she is on her phone with tons and tons of coffee at the joystick. Lobo does not look amused. This one here, however, the Dan Mora cardstock variant, looks amazing. That's a good cover, Dan. Good job. Checking in, 91 Purple Raven. Thanks for joining in the live chat. So, I talked about these last week. Some of you guys were hip to these and started ordering them like right away. And then I've seen people on IG popping up, oh my God, should I order these? Well, I don't know. Should you? So you got Dark Knight's Death Metal number 1, the soundtrack special edition with Rise Against, which has a flexi single, Broken Dreams. The Dark Knight's Death Metal #2 soundtrack gets a special edition with Gray Days, featuring Anything. And then you've got the Denzel Curry Bad Luck for Dark Knight's Death Metal 3. However, for all you super collectors out there, there's the Dark Knight's Death Metal soundtrack, the Lunar exclusive. Well, I think they're the only distribution for DC at this point, so it's the only way you're actually going to get it. This one has all of them combined, I believe, into one collected edition. So good luck to you guys chasing those. And again, normally I wouldn't put those on here because they're like outside. You know, it almost falls in line with like other kind of collectibles, not really comic books. But I felt the need to share those with you all. So there it is. And then, let's see here. DC Horror presents The Conjuring, The Lover #2. And then #1, of course, as you know, 1 second print. #2, cover B, which is your VHS tribute cardstock variant. DC Poster Portfolio, Jim Lee, trade paperback, volume 2. And the reason why I put this on here is because, as some of you guys know, some of these previous DC poster books have single posters that sell for more than the book itself. There's some posters out there that were selling for $90 in books that have a retail for like 30 or 40 or something like that. So just make sure you know if you like Jim Lee stuff, you may be paying a premium here soon. Green Lantern #4, cover A by Bernard Chang. Green Lantern #4, cover B by Brian Hitch, and there's your cardstock variant. Justice League #64, cover A by David Marquez. Here's your Howard cardstock variant. Justice League Infinity, cover A by Francis Manipool. Get more artwork there. Then, of course, the cover B, Scott Hepburn cardstock variant. The next Batman, Second Son, cover A by Jorge Molina. And then your cover B by Rakta Lin. And that is, of course, your cardstock variant. That's wild looking, right? Got Katana on it and everything. Who else is on that cover with them? Just have to read it and find out. Nice House on the Lake, issue 2 of a 12-issue series. That is your cover A. However, they did not have your cover B shown. Rorschach #10, cover A. And again, I spoke about this one last week. I hope you guys got your orders in for this one, because this is going to be a Jenny Frisian cover that a lot of people probably missed. Hopefully you're able to get and secure yourself maybe a copy or two. But as release day approaches, you'll see if buying 2 or 3 was a good idea. Because again, if people miss this one on FOC, there's a lot of those Frisian completionists out there that are going to go ham after this one. So they've already got a 1 in 100 to contend with, of course. So this is going to be one of those other books that week is probably going to make it a little tough on them. Sensational Wonder Woman #5, and there's your cover A. I like this artwork. I definitely am going to be doing some searching to see if Dicky Ruan has any other additional stuff at this point. We'll see. Eduardo, however, on Suicide Squad, cover A here. Peacemaker looking swole as ever. And then your cover B is your Gerard Perel cardstock variant. And Superwoman, man. Anyway, Swamp Thing #5. Here's your cover A by Mike Perkins. And then here is your cover B by Brian Boland. And I gotta say, that's pretty amazing. And the crown jewels on that one's pretty awesome too. And then, of course, another trade paperback. And I wanted to share this one just because it looks like it's an original graphic novel. And this is your Unearthed, a Jessica Cruz story trade paperback. So I'm quite interested to see what's going on with that one. So, real quick, I would like to see... Oh, I did not know he was on Shang-Chi. That's interesting. I've probably seen it before, just didn't make the connection at this hour. I am running on fumes, as you guys know. I do tend to run on the late night, and that's why I'm drinking my second cup of coffee. And after this episode is over, I can clearly tell you I'm going to pass out very, very well Thankfully, I have a guard dog, just in case anybody does try to get at me. But nonetheless, I appreciate you guys tuning into this live stream. It does mean the world to me that you guys appreciate my input on your ordering influences. And so yeah, we got one more stack of books to get through, and this is the Marvel, and that's going to close out this episode with the secret variant. Make sure, of course, you guys do smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you, of course, are subscribed to this channel and have clicked that notification bell for notifications, because I go live at weird times. Let's just be honest. I don't have a set schedule that I can work with. I'm a father first, and making sure the kid is in bed and the wife is good before I proceed to get my ass over in the office is a priority. So try to do it right, everybody. And of course, that sometimes backfires too. But Amazing Spider-Man number 70. Here is your A cover by Mark Bagley. Here is your handbook variant. So don't even tell me they're going to start doing these handbook variants on all the Spider-Man characters, and it's really going to take a long time because Spider-Man, as you know, is a rogues gallery that is massive. Peach Momoko is obviously doing these anime variants, which is going to be interesting to see. And then here is your incentive by Antonio. Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 2. I don't know what INFD means, but High Star. Oh, Infinite Destinies. That's right. Infinite Destinies. My apologies. Infinite Destinies variant edition on the connecting variant from Infinite Destinies by Ron Lim. America Chavez, Made in the USA, number 4 of a 5-issue miniseries. And I got to say this, how is issue 4 only coming out now? Issue 3 has been out. This thing's on FOC now. Issue 4 is not dropping until July. Way to kill any new heat you had on her sister, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think America Chavez spec is going... I think there's a lot of heat behind it because of speculators, but I think after her appearance, watch everything she has fizzle if they don't handle her character, all that great. So we'll see. Avengers number 46. This is a wild looking cover with the the Crimson Guard over there, and then of course She-Hulk here. Avengers 46 Momoko variant. That's of course another one of her animes. And then check this out, Alex Ross just hammered it. I mean, just dude, you didn't have to make it look this good. I'm just saying, that's a really good Captain America picture. So thank you, Alex Ross, for that one. Captain America number 30. Clark Spider-Man Villains variant. Children of the Atom number 5. So I'm anxious to see the final issue of this series and how it all works out. And then here's a book that you guys know I am all about. Shout out to Mighty Mel V for being with me on this spec train from the get-go. Way back, Amazing Spider-Man 791, Venom Inc. Last, he had a one-page cameo as Agent Anti-Venom in Venom Inc. Alpha, and then ASM 792 is where they picked up, or 791 or 792, I can't remember. It's the first full appearance of Maniac. The variant cover has Agent Anti-Venom, Venom, and Maniac and Spider-Man on it. The issue after that is the infamous Ryan Stegman with the Spider-Man holding the twin Desert Eagles. So it's a controversial gun cover, but I'm so happy to have Flash Thompson back. Let's just hope they gave him legs. He doesn't need to have robot legs. If the Codex can bring him back to life, the Codex can rebuild his legs too. But we got a ton of covers. Now the problem that I think I have right here is I don't think Diamond actually loaded the incentives correctly for this. So let's just see if there's some incentives that may be missing from this. But we've got Extreme Carnage Alpha number 1. This is the Johnson connecting A variant. And then your connecting B variant. So you have those two connecting. You have your Alpha, Extreme Carnage Alpha number 1 Young variant. And then you have the U wraparound variant. I'm pretty sure there's some incentives that are missing from there, but we won't know what those are until much later, I'm sure. Hellions number 13. Pretty cool. His clone is coming back. Okay. So for all of my drunken sharks in the live chat, I appreciate you guys tuning into Drunken Chat. For all of you guys who are on the young side, this is the reason why we have to go late at Drunken Chat. We cuss, we talk about lots of adult things. But one of the things that I'm going to be doing in the coming weeks is I'm going to be taking a lot of my spec matrices that I've done, spec matrices. That's right. Using the proper plural pronunciation. Sparks did it earlier today, so I kind of have to live into that one too. So there's a 1 in 50, and I'm sure there's other comics out there, but H&H, I don't have a diamond account to be able to look in the computer and see, so I'm going off the cuff here. But I'm pretty sure that, I knew there was going to be some incentives to go along with that. But so, as you guys know, there are 2 Psylocks. And if you didn't know that, well, if you watched the Spec Matrix I did on Psylocke, and shout out to My Comic Book Journey, who's a big Psylocke fan, we have 2 different people who have occupied the moniker of Psylocke. So, in a Spec Matrix I did previously, I gave the breakdown of when that all happens, how it all happens, why it all happens, how we now have Betsy Captain Britain as seen at the bottom right hand side of the cover, and then we have Quanon as Psylocke, which is actually her at the top right hand side of the cover. You know, she dresses as the Psylocke that we all know, but she showed up as the ninja, and she cut off the head of the clone of Magneto. So we'll see. The Spec Matrices updates will be happening as I roll over old data and make sure it is accurate and up to date. And if not, I get to update it and add some new covers. So there's going to be some exclusives and stuff. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel. You don't want to miss none of that, right? None of it. Alright, what's going on here? Okay, so Immortal Hulk is giving us number 48 of the 50 issue series. So check out Harpy up there, and then make sure Immortal Hulk number 48's Bennett homage variant doesn't escape your eyes. And then of course we've got another one of those Peach Momoko anime variants. Runaways number 37. And I don't know what Gert's doing, but whatever she's doing, it's got people's attention. Hey man, that Daughterman tip is just, he's been impressing me with some of his drawings and stuff, and I kind of had to throw that out there. Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 14. There's your headshot variant, of course. And then they're also going to give you a Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant. Thor and Loki Double Trouble number 4 of 4. And check it out. There's a female Loki as well as a male Loki on the cover with a female Thor and a male Thor. What's going on there? Crazy stuff, right? So, Trials of Ultraman number 4. And there's your surprise variant. So we're gonna be surprised, apparently, everybody. But it's no surprise that there's going to be a TV photo variant and, of course, Art Adams as your Kaiju incentive. So make sure, of course, you do get your incentives down for all those. And then, of course, the affordable version of Werewolf by Night number 32. The facsimile edition for $3.99 will be hitting shelves approximately 7/7. X-Force dropping issue number 21, showing Man-Thing giving Quentin Quire, Forge, and Wolverine the business. X-Force number 21, we got the Bergara variant. Pretty cool looking, but there's no incentive as far as I can tell. Okay, everybody. All right, I'm going to go full screen for this because I really want to talk about this one a lot more than you need to see my face. Okay, so what we've got here, everybody, is basically a situation where X-Men's getting rebooted. So, yes, we have the Pepe Larraz A cover. Now, this looks fantastic, and in my opinion, this wraparound should have been an incentive. They should have found a different A cover. Like, this should have been your A cover. No offense, Bradshaw, it's good, but it all fits on one scene. You got Polaris in the background, Rogue, Sunfire, Ms. Marvel, Cyclops, Sync, and Wolverine. But yeah, that should have been your A cover. Now, they broke down this image into 4 different connecting variants. These are your Stormbreakers variants. And, of course, this is kind of like a homage back to the old X-Men 1 from 1991. So, 30-year throwback, everybody. 30-year throwback. So, here are the different variants. So, the first one is going to be your Cabal Canero. And what they did is they had some people team up on this one. So, it looks like Peach Momoko actually did Sunfire. And Coelho did the Sync, And then Bustos and Gleason and Silva all did this one. And then Cassara got the Stormbreakers for Polaris. Daughterman, as we were just talking about Nola Nerd, this right here. Daughterman doing a trading card variant with a new lineup. So expect those to probably be a set for somebody to put together. The number 1 Houston 90s variant. Rob Liefeld giving me some of my something good to chase. Look, you know, you guys can clown on Liefeld all you want. He's iconic to a lot of people. I mean, yeah, it's not the greatest art, but there's a lot of artists out there that are doing worse than that right now. And I love the way Liefeld draws Wolverine, because look at this. Wolverine looks mad. Not only that, is he looks jacked, and he's got some fangs. X-Men number 1 Momoko anime variant. This one's really, really good, but too much empty space. She's been previously doing a lot better on her backgrounds, but she left that one empty. So X-Men number 1, here's the Scotty Young variant. Not too shabby. Got the new team down packed. So this is your 1 in 10. So here's your Muller design variant. Here's your 1 in 25. Unfortunately, they left Rogue off this cover. So they got Polaris, they got Sync, they got Cyclops, they got Wolverine, they got Ms. Marvel, they got Professor X, but Rogue, again, left off. Sunfire, left off. However, shout out to Rian Gonzalez, Rian Bo Art over on IG. You should probably give her a follow. And you guys know I don't like store variants very much, but there's a matching store variant with Wolverine from Things from Another World. Limit 10 per buyer. But this is your 1 in 50 incentive. And then this is your Gleason 1 in 100 incentive, proving once again that Gleason can do way more than a web look. And that, oh, look at this, everybody. I left one of the slides in there, but you know what? That's going to end our show this evening. That is the final slide from the secret variant. So I want to thank you all again for tuning in. It's been a wild, wild ride here this evening. Kind of a long FOC, but nonetheless, we got through it all. And I want to thank you guys for standing by me in this time, but don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure you're leaving me a comment after the video has ended to help me break these stupid algorithms. And make sure you are subscribed and click that notification bell, because when I go live, you all know I'm dropping some things. So the secret variant is just one of the few things that you're going to get here on the Ultra Maximus channel. You are going to get the Raw Report when I do, of course, pick up some books. I like to talk about some of the things I get, and sometimes that might give you a little bit of a preview into what I'm doing with the Spec Matrix. The subscriber count is clocking away, and of course, as we approach 1,000 subscribers, once I get that little activation that says you are monetized and you have unlocked all the YouTube functionality, we're going to be giving away this box full of comics and some slabs. And I got some new books that are en route thanks to some people giving me some things. And for you guys watching that want to give away some stuff, just like I said, let me get to that 850 to 900 range before we start getting some additional donations from fellow listeners. Because guys, again, this is supposed to be my way of rewarding you all for your subscriptions and for your listens and mentions and things. So I really do appreciate you all, trying to give back as much as I'm trying to give back to you. But don't forget, follow me on IG, Facebook, and of course over there on Twitter. And thank you all for watching. Of course, you all know I will see you next time. If you go live, I'd like to join into your live chat, so I'll be on the lookout for that notification myself. And again, I appreciate every one of you tuning into these live streams. I will check you all next week.